Every team has that one person who always seems a step ahead. Their updates are clear, they're never scrambling, and when someone has a difficult question, they always seem to have an answer ready. For a long time, I assumed that those people were just more organized than the rest of us, but it turns out that that's not usually the case. They've just picked up a few more AI habits that the rest of us haven't picked up yet. And I'm going to show you exactly how they do it. So in this video, we're going to talk about three main habits. First is how you communicate. Second is how you show up to meetings. And third is the one that most people skip, but it's the most important one because it's the one that makes you the AI person that people come to. The one that gets promoted faster than people who've been there twice as long. And I'll show you each one with a real example and the prompt that I would use. So without further ado, let's dive in. So the first habit is communication. They communicate faster and better than everyone else. So here's a real situation. Let's pretend it's Thursday night, 10 p.m., you just brush your teeth and you're about to go to bed. All of a sudden, your manager Dana emails you saying, "Hey, leadership reviews tomorrow, Friday at 9 a.m. Can you send me a quick status on the vendor onboarding project before end of day? I just want to make sure that we're on track. Thanks, Dana." Typical Dana emailing you at 10 p.m. at night as you're about to go to bed. You just brush your teeth and now you have to open your laptop, go through all your notes, your emails, and put everything together for review tomorrow morning. Oh my gosh. Well, it's a good thing you watch Brian's videos because we're about to take something that would take you maybe 40 minutes, maybe an hour, and we're going to condense it into something completely done in 5-10 minutes. And the best part is that it's pretty much hands off, meaning you can go ahead and open your phone, play a chess game, or put on the newest episode of Love Island. But to make matters worse, I forgot to mention that these are your notes that you've put together. Vendor onboarding notes, week 2 of 6 done. You got Brightpath, Sendata, Ordelon, all docs finished. What does this even mean? Not done. You got a bunch of action items for Dana Friday review. Okay, these notes seem pretty good to work with. Gives us a good starting point. But man, how are we going to put all of this together? First, what we want to do is make sure that we have our notes file. I have my notes file in my Claude folder connected right here. So what we want to do is just go ahead and press Control-Shift-C. This is going to copy the local file. So just go ahead and paste that into Claude. And then from here, I would say something like, I need you to write a short project summary for a review at 9 a.m. tomorrow. The project is for a vendor onboarding process. We're at week 2 out of 6. We have a few key wins so far. 3 vendors have signed up and their documents are done. But the issue is we're still waiting for IT to onboard 2 more, which may delay the project by a week. I need you to write a clear, concise summary with 5 bullet points highlighting the benefits and the risks. And please keep in mind that this is for an executive audience. Ask me anything. So go ahead and press enter. And a quick call out is you don't have to copy the exact file location if you have everything saved into a folder already. Right? If you go here, add folder, any file that you have in that project folder, Claude can already access all of that. So no need to even paste it. It's a little pro tip there. Okay, so as you can see, in a matter of seconds, Claude already put everything together as I was rambling. Immediately, not even hello, just quickly, status as of week 2 of 6 for executive review. On track for go live. The project is progressing to plan at the 1/3 mark. Target completion date remains intact. Great. 3 vendors fully on board. Great. 1 open risk. Pending IT system access. 2 remaining vendors are awaiting system access. IT request has been open since Monday with no update yet. Okay, not going to finish the rest of it. So it asks you a few things that you want to prepare before your 9 a.m., right? This is all great and dandy. And it's really good because it kind of gives you mental preparation for what to expect. But if we want to take this even a step further, I like to go into meetings prepared for any gotchas that someone could ask, especially in a leadership review where they think it's really big brain of them to ask questions like, yeah, bet you didn't think of that. So what we want to do is go ahead and ask Claude, I want you to now think of anything that a leader could ask me that I am not prepared for so that I can be extra prepared. What are some questions that leaders could ask? So let's go ahead and give Claude a few seconds. As you can see, 10 seconds in, and it's already going through all of this information for you. When it comes to simple requests like this via text or email updates or just preparation, Claude is really quick. Right out the gate, this seems very wordy for me, so I would say condense this even more, but let's just quickly go through it. So based on your notes, here's where you're most likely to get pressed by theme. Ticket's been open since Monday. Has anyone actually spoken to IT? Is waiting on a queue? What's the actual blocker on their end? Capacity approvals, technical dependency. This one's good because it actually kind of shows whether you've done your homework or not. Who owns this on the IT side? Do we need to escalate above them? Great. If access doesn't come through this week, what's plan B? So these are all really good questions that make it seem like you've done your homework and that you're prepared. And the crazy part is, if it's Thursday night at 10 p.m., you brush your teeth, you're getting ready for bed to watch Love Island, and Dana, your manager, sends you this email, you didn't spend 2-3 hours piecing all of this together. You spent, what, 5-10 minutes asking Claude a few simple questions, and you're pretty much set before your call tomorrow. I mean, maybe just wake up 30 minutes before and prep and help answer a few of these questions, but for the most part, all the heavy lifting is done. Quick thing, if you found this helpful, feel free to subscribe. I put out one practical AI video a week that help people like you become AI leaders in the workplace. So if you want to see more videos like this, hit subscribe and you'll get the next one. Back to the video. Habit 2 is that they walk into meetings more prepared than everyone else in the room. So here's the situation. You have a call with the vendor tomorrow at 2 to 2:30 for a contract renewal with BrightPath. Okay? You're going to be meeting with Priya. She's their customer success manager, and the topic is for renewals discussion. Turns out that our contract is up in 30 days, and overall, we're happy, but they recently raised their prices by 15%, and we want to push back on that, especially in this economy. I want to understand what's actually driving the price. I want to see if there's any way we could work out some kind of deal for us to get a better rate, perhaps some kind of multi-year deal. And third, I want to figure out if we're paying for anything that we don't need. Maybe we have thousands of unused credits for something that we just bought but never used. And importantly, we have a don't. It says don't lead with we love it and we're staying, because this kills all leverage. So same concept, but this time, instead of us adding the local file, what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and add a folder. So I have these notes set up in my week 3 demo assets for this video. So what we want to say is, in the prep notes file, I need your help preparing for my contract renewal with BrightPath. Our contract is up in 30 days and we're mostly happy with them, but they increased their prices by 15% last year. And we just don't have the money, especially in this economy. We want to push back on our renewal and perhaps negotiate a better rate somehow. Maybe talk about options or features that we bought but never used to reduce the rate. I want you to give me 5 potential questions that I should ask, 2 potential negotiation angles, and a list of things of what not to do on this call. Ask me anything you need. Let's go ahead and press enter. Pro tip, again, I like to always end with ask me anything you need, because this kind of gives Claude an idea of what context it should ask the user to give a better answer of what you want. Like, we gave it all of these instructions and it's a great starting point for it to figure out what we could potentially want. As it starts digging through the material, it's going to realize things that maybe I should ask this instead of figuring it out for myself. Okay, cool. So looks like it finished in less than 30 seconds again. So it gave us a markdown file with all of our notes directly at the top. It gave us call prep renewal negotiation, 5 questions to ask Priya. So walk me through what drove the 15% increase last year. Was that a one-time reset or the pattern we should expect each renewal? That's money. That's a good one. What does our actual usage look like across the features, seats we're paying for? Great. Ask them to pull the data. If they can't or won't, that's telling. If they can, it hands you the we're paying for things we don't use angle with their own numbers. Is this not amazing? Which tier add-ons are included in our current plan, and what would it cost if we dropped X we're not using? If we committed to a 2 or 3 year term, what rate could you lock in? Okay, that's a multi-year angle. What flexibility do you have on price before this goes to renewal, and what would it take to keep us? This is also good. 2 negotiation angles. Angle A, right size before you reprice. Angle B, term for rate. We're not going to go to all the details, but in a matter of less than 5 minutes, Claude put all of this together just based on your notes and based on a little bit of context that we gave it when prompting. And now when you go into your call tomorrow with Priya, you have all of these questions and key points and negotiation angles that you can bring up to negotiate a better rate for this contract renewal. And what's amazing about this is you just save the company 15% in a matter of 5 minutes just via prompting and having some rough notes. Crazy. That's crazy. The third habit, and most importantly, is that the AI person shares what they know. Because it's one thing to be able to build all of this together, but there are so many other people out there who don't know how to use AI at your company. And if you can share details or workflows or prompts with them, and that's how you become the person that people come to for AI needs. So let's do one last workflow together, okay? Let's say that we have this expense policy for Q3, right? Effective September 1st, we're going to have a few changes to our expense reporting. Expenses over $500 now require pre-approval. The monthly submission deadline moved from the last day of the month to the 25th. Oof, pulled in a week. Travel must be booked through the corporate portal to qualify for reimbursement. Out of portal bookings will only be reimbursed with a manager exception. Not going to go through the rest of this, yada, yada. Let's go back to our wonderful, wonderful tool, Mr. Claude. Go ahead and copy the file path. Two ways to do this. You can right click and copy as path, or you just go ahead and press Command-Shift-C on Windows, or I believe it's Command-Shift-C on a Mac. Don't quote me on that. So let's go ahead and paste it and say, turn these rough notes into a status update. Summarize this message from finance and give me the key details. Let's go ahead and press send. Matter of 10 seconds, Claude has literally pieced everything together for us. Key changes, right? Pre-approval for larger expenses, anything over $500 now is going to be pre-approved. Earlier submission date, travel bookings, per diem increase, corporate card default. All great tips. So then you can say, convert this into it could be a Word document. It could be an HTML file if you want to make it pretty. Could be a markdown file if you want it quick, but still formatted. That's what I would recommend. It could be anything, or you could even just copy and paste the text and share it into, some kind of channel or thread, and share with your team. So here's the thing. As you start to learn all of these new AI tips and workflows and prompting and techniques, you want to go ahead and share this with other people, because take a look at this chart, right? Only 13% of US employees are using AI. That means that 87% are not using it on a daily basis. And AI moves so quickly that there are so many new capabilities being released, on a daily, weekly basis. The sooner that you can learn to pick up all of these techniques, tips, and become that AI person for your company, the more of an advantage you're going to have compared to everyone else. As cliche as it sounds, there's that saying, right? People aren't going to be replaced by AI, but replaced by people who know how to use AI. I can't believe I just said that. I need to go rinse my mouth. So long story short, the sooner you become the AI person, the sooner, the better, the more of an advantage you're going to have compared to all of these other people, 87% of other people. To become the AI person on your team, you don't have to read every single newsletter or watch every single YouTube video or sign up for every single course out there. You just have to learn a couple workflows a week and put it into practice. Go ahead and share your learnings with other people in your company. And sooner or later, eventually, you're going to become that AI person on your team that people go to when they get stuck. And you're going to be the one chosen for all of the big projects because you learned how to communicate in less than 5 minutes at 10 p.m. as you're about to watch Love Island. You learned how to prepare for meetings, and you're sharing all of your findings with all of these people. And it's only a matter of time until you become the AI person. If you found this helpful, go ahead and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.